Lynch with a weekly update from the ICCAC. In this week's edition, we will cover the athletes of the week, some scores from the final weekend of football in the regular season, the results from the Regional 11 Division II volleyball tournament, and we'll cover this year's bowl games for the NFC. First up, the athletes of the week. Football Offensive Player of the Week is kicker Nate Criswell from Iowa Central. Criswell went 4 for 5 on field goals and 1 for 1 on extra point attempts to lead the Trojans to win over North Dakota State College of Science. Football Defensive Player of the Week is cornerback Darren Phillips from Iowa Central. Phillips had 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 4 pass breakups, and 7 tackles in the game against North Dakota State College of Science. Men's Basketball Athlete of the Week is Roderick Bobbitt from Indian Hills. Bobbitt had a triple-double against Southern Idaho last weekend, scoring 13 points, 12 rebounds, and 20 assists in the win. Women's Basketball Offensive Player of the Week is guard Jamirka Martin from Marshalltown. Martin scored 13 points and connected on all 3-point attempts in the second half to lead the Tigers to a 70-50 win over Grandview JV. Women's Basketball Defensive Athlete of the Week is Shanti Tucker from Iowa Lakes. Tucker had her first double-double in last weekend's win against North Platte, scoring 12 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 of them coming on the defensive side. Next, football wrapped up the regular season this past weekend. DuPage traveled to Ellsworth and finished off the regular season with a win, 25-11. Turnovers were costly for Ellsworth, throwing 2 interceptions and losing 6 fumbles in the game. Iowa Central took on North Dakota State College of Science and won a close battle 19-15. Athlete of the Week kicker Nate Criswell was the key player for Iowa Central, going 4 for 5 on field goal attempts. Quarterback Kendall Jackson rushed for a touchdown for the Trojans as well. Next, the Regional 11 Division II tournament took place last weekend. In the Regional 11A bracket, number 1 seed DMAC defeated Ellsworth 3-0, and number 2 seed Iowa Central beat Southeastern in a 5-game battle. In the championship, DMAC easily defeated Iowa Central to move on to the national championship. In the Regional 11B bracket, number 1 seed Kirkwood defeated Marshalltown 3-0, and number 2 seed Southwestern beat Northeast 3-0. In the championship game, Southwestern took down Kirkwood in a tough battle for the other championship bid. The scores for the game were close each time, being 31-33, 25-21, 25-23, and 25-23. Both DMAC and Southwestern will move on to the NJCAA National Tournament held in Perrysburg, Ohio, starting November 21st. DMAC is seeded 11th, and Southwestern is seeded 12th. Good luck to both teams. Finally, to finish up the football season, Iowa Western, Iowa Central, and DuPage all received bowl game bids. It will be a rematch of last year's championship game, with number 3 Iowa Western taking on number 5 Butler in the premier game of the Graphic Edge Bowl. In the opener of the Graphic Edge Bowl, it will be Iowa Central taking on number 7 Rochester. Both games will be played December 8th in the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa, with the first game starting at 11. Number 20 DuPage will travel to Syracuse, New York to take on number 10 ASA in the Carrier Dome Bowl on November 22nd. Good luck to all 3 of those teams. Check us out online at www.iccac.org to see the schedule for the Volleyball National Tournament coming up next week and for more information on this year's bowl games. Also, go to www.thegraphicedgebowl.com for more information, including tickets for the 2 games happening on December 8th. As always, check us out on Twitter at ICCAC Sports for up-to-date scores and more.